Anybody have a favourite story they like to read before bedtime? Anybody have a favourite story? Sophie? You like the Narnia books? Yes, they're great, aren't they? The Narnia books are great. What about the children that are here? Does anybody have a favourite story? No? Mums don't know a favourite story that they have to read every night and sound enthusiastic. No? The Hungry Caterpillar, yes. Timothy, do you have a favourite story? No. Do you like lots of stories? James? I have no idea what that one was. Say it again. Oh, okay. Well, I still didn't get that. My hearing's obviously not very good. But Jeffrey? I can't hear you. Ginger's Invention. Oh, Adventures. I need a hearing aid, don't I? Sorry. Yes. Emily. The Gruffalo. I like the Gruffalo. Do you have a favourite story? What's your favourite story? The Princesses. Oh, yes. Princesses stories are great. Well, I have an amazing story to tell. But this one, some stories, like the Gruffalo, we don't know if they're real, do we? But this story is real. This story is real. It was about a boy and a girl who met and loved one another. And then they were asked to do something really, really scary. Their adventure was to do with having a baby. And then there were men who were at work on the fields looking after their sheep, and then they got visited by angels. And that was a bit scary as well. And then there were messengers from God who sang from heaven, that's the angels. And there were wise people that travelled a very, very long way just to see the baby. Do you know what story I'm talking about? It's the story of the birth of Jesus. And it sounds like a sort of myth or something that didn't happen, but you know it really did happen. And it was such an important story that it changed the whole world. Calendars were altered. The reason why we say it's 2024 is because of Jesus, the year they believed he was born. We count our years. It's 2000, I can't get it now, 2024 years since Jesus was born. And in a few weeks' time, it will be 2025. I wonder if you've ever thought of that. Lots of people wrote histories that included Jesus in them, and not just the people who wrote the Bible, but other people did too. Laws were changed across the world because of Jesus. It's particularly the British law system. The 10 Commandments were very important to the people who wrote those laws. Schools were built. Hospitals were built. Children were educated. Slavery was ended because they believed in Jesus and what Jesus taught them. But do you know what's even more interesting, if it can get any more interesting, is that Jesus is still changing things today. The Jesus that lived all that long time ago is still changing the world today. He changed it through coming into our hearts, and for those of us that hold him to make a difference in the world around us. If you want to know more about how Jesus can change your life, bringing hope, peace, and love, then feel free to chat with me or Andy or anybody here at the end of the service. In a minute, we're going to tell the story of that first Christmas, the nativity story, all together. But first, I'd love you to watch a video clip. I loved that clip when I saw it. I just thought it spoke a lot to me about sometimes we just don't make connections, do we? and the baby Jesus, and the Jesus that we look to at Easter as the one who went to the cross to save us. And I just think in a really humorous way that puts that across really clearly.